A game developer issued a strike against Jim Sterling on the grounds of trademark because of a line in their end-user license agreement? The fuck? Well, let's chat about it in the comments, but first, my opinion. I'm Tarmack, and this is Feature Creep Abridged. Right, so you've probably seen an uptick in the number of frivolous takedown claims hitting YouTube channels recently. Personally, I can't come to grips with the idea that indie game devs are getting less intelligent, so I'll chalk it up to channels exposing bad behavior getting more exposure themselves instead, thus bringing criticism to the doors of these indie devs, many of whom cannot handle being told they're making trash. Airport Master is an early access title on Steam because of course it's early access. Looking at the level of graphical quality, I'd say it's more a proof of concept, but what do I know? I'm not a game developer. I love the tagline in their Steam video, quote, "Have you ever wanted to play an airport management game that has it all?" End quote. This game has it all, folks. All of it. So, as is standard fare for Jim Sterling, a video was put up doing a first impressions of the game. It's boring and trash all around. And then the game developer filed a trademark dispute against him. Now, I've been around YouTube making videos for a long time, and I didn't even know there was a separate trademark takedown form until now. It even says on the claim submission page for YouTube, as I've discussed in a recent video, that, quote, "Trademark infringement is improper or unauthorized use of a trademark in a way that is likely to cause confusion as to the source of the product," end quote. Did the devs really believe that Jim ripping their terrible game to pieces was going to be confused by the end consumer as official marketing material? Because that's what you have to believe in order to claim trademark infringement. Just for giggles, I searched the Airport Master trademark itself. You can do this too by visiting uspto.gov, which is the US Patent and Trademark Office. I searched for Airport Master the game, Stickley the developer, Jay Bayward, the guy who owns their websites, and Kamatos Computing, the other company name involved in registering their domains. Zip, zilch, nada. Now, of course, you don't actually necessarily need to register your trademarks in the United States, or anywhere for that matter, but it helps when selling products and trying to establish a brand stateside, and you gain additional legal protection from doing so. In fact, it's not surprising that they're not registered, though I imagine this is coincidental, as they listed the little TM beside their trademarks, not the R inside the circle, which indicates it is a registered mark. A registered trademark allows you to sue for damages, whereas unregistered marks, they've got more restrictions on that kind of thing, usually ending with, at best, a cease and desist from a court, though you do need to go to court for either one to happen. Then there's the issue of the end-user license agreement, which the developer posted a snippet of on their Steam community, also coincidentally shortly after they became aware of Jim's video, with the title, quote, "As per the EULA, you can only make YouTube videos with our written permission," end quote. It is adorable thinking that an end-user license agreement can overrule the law. Now, I will grant that there are some kinds of YouTube gaming videos that may need this kind of permission. Straight up Let's Plays, non-commentary stuff, and the like have a long road ahead of them to battle this one out in court if it ever comes to that. However, the majority of videos you will see on a game like Airport Master are reviews, critical warnings, if you will, covered under fair use. What's fair use? I'm glad I asked. This is the tiny little part of copyright law that allows news organizations, reviewers, educators, and parody artists, among others, to blatantly, openly, unapologetically use copyrighted material without permission under certain circumstances. Showing a game in order to review that game is clear fair use, and pretending this is a trademark issue when there's no chance of customer confusion is grade school level throwing snowballs with rocks in them style vengeance. All that's going to happen is you're going to lose your claim, and if Steam would wake the fuck up and start holding these developers to account for this kind of nonsense, and I'm going to use your words here, Valve, quote, "being hostile to Steam customers," end quote, then maybe, just maybe, we could stop having to deal with tantrum-throwing little developers. You're charging money for your game, which means it is fair game on criticism. Grow up. I know this one doesn't really have much in the way of discussion on the topic itself, but what do you think the greater game community can do outside of smarmy videos like this to educate developers on what they can and can't do legally? This rampant takedown abuse claim nonsense is reaching terminal velocity. Just for reference, this video can also not be construed as, nor would by a thinking person be confused for official marketing material produced by the developer, nor indeed can it be flagged for copyright infringement as it falls under fair use exemptions for news broadcasting, commentary, and critique. Also, for future and for those interested, I'm going to use the Feature Creep Abridged branding to indicate that while a topic may be important, I only need a limited amount of detail to convey the message. 10 minutes is about the perfect length for most topics I like to get into, but I don't want to ignore other important topics just because there's less to say about them. Thanks for watching. That's all I have to say. Tarmack out.